Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go!
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Seven Pirates! Hey!
Throwing, Sanders. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Cougar 19! 60 Maverick! Cup 19! Say, hey! 60 Bobcats! 19 tight! Ready?
To throw now. Here's Sanders. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. The Browns at 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st down.
Ready?
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Trap 60! Warriors 70! Let go!
Sanders going to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed it went right into the game plan. Attack.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Shedeur Sanders keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here's Stroud.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
Gain of 45 yards. First down, Houston.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Stroud to throw it.
Open man is Higgins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Houston.
19. Outside. 19 Texans. Where's the hot? Where's the hot?
Stroud out of the gun here.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
2nd down and goal.
South.
And Stroud now to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
3rd and goal, Stroud.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
To throw is Sanders. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Now Stroud.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. As they get set to start their drive with a first and 10.
Ready, set.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. On the ground with a tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Sanders. He'll swing this out to Jenkins.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here's Sanders.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
19 tight.
Now Sanders.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Brown, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns are able to extend their lead. Wolf on now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Browns 14, Texans 3.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
First down.
Stroud looking to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
A gain of 19 yards. First
Stroud.
down, Texans.
Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here goes Stroud again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Comeback team. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Sanders to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Riggs! 60 Bison! 60 Bison! Hey, Cash!
On first down, here's Judkins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Hurt! Go street!
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Look hot. Hey, team, what's up? Hey, uno.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Texans first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Second and 10.
Here we go. South. 19. Uno more. 11.
Back to throw again. That's complete. It's Collins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half.
Texans 13.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught again by Schultz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Got his man, Dell.
Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
On the quick, right? Look the hot, look the hot. Texans.
The throwing again is Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Texans first down.
18. 11.
Here's Stroud. Side is his running back. It's complete downfield.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Joe Mixon
With a milestone, career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Texans have taken the lead here this third quarter.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are we going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Let's go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Throwing, Sanders.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Panther 6, Dragon 60.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Big strides, look at him go.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
David Njoku, halfway to 100.
now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Stroud to throw it. That is caught by Dell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Texans.
Stroud out of the gun here. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Look high. Tony. Why Tony? South.
Now Stroud.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Houston.
Hey, Uno more. 19 Texans. Look the high.
Again, it's Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. This one left side caught by Collins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, Uno more. 19 Texans.
They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Ready? Ready?
To throw is Sanders. This will be caught. Judy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36.
Cougar 19.
Now an audible here into something else.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick.
Now Sanders. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Once again, Judkins. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter, and just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
19 Texans. South.
Stroud. This goes out wide for Nixon.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Oh, bro. Look the hot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it, because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. Third down. That's complete to Dell.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
18. That's right. 11. 19 Texans. Hey, south. Hey, uno more. Hey. Switch. Buggy.
Stroud looking to throw. That is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Stroud to throw it.
To Mixon on the check down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Their own 36-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hiking 18. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Jenkins.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
He's tackled Brings up second
19
and
tight,
5.
19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60.
Sanders. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On third down, here's Jenkins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
Viking 18.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. He'll try to do it himself. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Give up the middle, Jenkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. They give it off here to the tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's pandemonium in the dog pound as the Browns are going to win the football game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the
on.